Good morning, Cornerstone. It's Mrs. Pacheco here. Welcome back to school. I can't wait to see you in person, but until then, let's draw a cartoon lion. All right, guys, so we are going to start with a piece of paper and some pencils. Today we're going to have our paper landscape, so side to side. I'm going to grab a paper and my pencil right about here. Hopefully you can see this, and we're going to start in the very center of our paper by drawing the nose of our lion. Now remember, this is a cartoon lion, a cartoon character, so he's going to be a little bit silly. I thought after summer we could do something a little bit silly and a little bit fun and just have fun with this today. So we're going to start with a little rainbow shape right about here. I'm going to make a pretty chunky nose. Once you get that little rainbow shape, guys, we're going to bring it down just a little bit on the left, just a little bit on the right, and then we're going to bring it down almost like a letter V, because we're going to bring it back up on the other side. This is our silly cartoon lion's nose. All right, so remember, you're starting with that rainbow shape. You're going down on the left and right, bringing it down and then back up. The next line we're going to draw is right underneath his nose. Bring a line straight down, not too long. And then you guys can do two smiley face shapes, one on the left and one on the right. Now, while we're waiting, you guys can come in if you'd like. Take your pencil and we can shade in our lion's nose. Just like this. If you want to leave a little circle and shade around it for a shiny little nose, you can do that as well. So you guys can just take your time. You can shade yours in nice and neat. I'm just shading it in so that you can see how it'll look. All right, so now we're going to go to the left and to the right, right above. His eyes are a little bit of a different shape because he's silly. So we're going to come to the right side. We're going to come across here. Okay, and this is pretty big. We're going to go to the left side of this line that we just drew. We're going to come up. We're going to bring it over. And then we're going to drop it down. Now you want to keep the corners rounded. Do you see how it's a little bit rounded on each side? It's not a perfect square or a perfect box. It's almost like a gumdrop shape. We're going to do the same exact shape on this left side now. So we're going to come about right here. We're going to bring it over the bottom first. We're going to come up with it. Bring it over. Try to keep it about the same height. It's a little bit different. That's perfectly okay. Bring it down, and again, keep these edges nice and rounded to the best that you can. If you make it too square, take your eraser and just erase those edges and then just make them a little bit round. All right, the next step for our eyes is we're going to go inside on the left side, and we're going to go a little bit above halfway. We're going to go over and then drop it down. Okay, we're going to do this on this side, and then on the inner side of this side, try to keep it about the same. Go over and drop it down. Now these kind of characters, when you draw them, I'm going to shade these in. You guys can use these characters on so many things. It could be a character for a story you're writing. It could be a get well card that you're making someone. It could just be for fun, just because you like to draw cartoons. But these little characters here are fun to use for all different kinds of things. Maybe you're just sending someone a letter and you want to draw something silly. This would be a perfect silly little drawing to add in there. So shade in those eyes. Now, if you are not done shading your eyes yet and we're going on, you can stop for now and go back and shade later. All right, so we're going to go right underneath our lion's mouth. We're going to go up, over, and down. Okay, and then we're going to go right in between these two lines and draw a little straight line there. Okay, then we're going to go to the left and draw a little straight line here. We're gonna go to the right, a little straight line there. I know you're wondering what this is, but this is just gonna be his feet. He's like a little round ball. Now we're gonna connect these with a rainbow shape on this side. Okay, a rainbow shape connecting those ones, just a rounded line. And then across the bottom, you're just gonna do 2 straight lines. 1 straight line there, and 1 straight line there. All right, so because these are our lion's paws, for a little bit of detail, we're gonna do 1 line here, 1 line here, 2 lines in each paw. 1 line here, 1 line there. Okay. Now we're gonna go up above the eyes, and we're gonna draw a little rainbow shape about right here, right in between. Okay, little curved line. It's not a perfectly straight line, but it has a little bit of a curve. Then we're gonna do a cat ear shape, so up and then down, almost like the letter A. We're gonna do that on the right side, and then we're gonna come to the left side, and we're gonna do that same up and down shape. So that cat up and down. Okay, now make sure once you draw those, try to keep them about the same size. We're gonna go in and go up and down for the inner ear, and up and down for the inner ear. This is where it's gonna get a little bit silly. We're gonna take the end of this ear, we're gonna come straight down, and then we're gonna start curving it over to his foot. Now remember I said this is a cartoon, so cartoons are silly. We're gonna bring it down, and let's do that same thing, guys. We're gonna bring it over towards his foot, or his paw. All right, so what does a lion need to make it a lion? A mane, a lion mane. So for the top, we're gonna start on this left ear, and we're gonna do some zigzag lines. So we're gonna go up, down, up, down. Now we're gonna move our lines towards the right now. Right, up and down, up, and then back down and touch the ear. Now we're not done yet, but this is just the mane that's showing between the ears, okay? Now we're gonna touch the outer left ear, and we're gonna do some more zigzag lines. So zig and zag, back and forth. And you kinda wanna, it's almost like a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of shape. It's just kinda silly. We're bringing it down, and we're gonna actually just end it right there. Now we've done it on this side. Let's go ahead and do it on this side here. Out, in, and then we're gonna start having it point down a little. Out, zig and zag that line, and then I'm gonna bring it over. Okay. So another thing that really makes a lion is their tail. So we are gonna add our lion's tail here. Oops. And we're gonna come right to the side, and we're gonna go out, back, and back. So this isn't a zigzag line, but it's like a wavy line that comes out, or like a snake line. And we're gonna do 2 of those. So we're gonna do 1, then we're gonna do 2. This is his tail that's just laying on the ground next to him. Okay, and then for the hair on the end of his tail, we're gonna go around and back. And you can do 2, around and back. And it just is a silly little tail here. Almost like a flower on the end of there, but what it is his tail. Now this is something that I always tell you when we're in class, to make sure our lion isn't floating in the air. What does our lion need on our paper? That would be a horizon line. So let's go ahead and set our lion down on the ground so he's not floating in outer space. Remember, we're gonna get to the tail and then go behind it. So we stop, and then we can continue our line. You can take it all the way across the page, all the way across the page. All right, guys, so this is where now you guys can outline your lion with a black marker. You can add some color. Let's go ahead and start grabbing our supplies, adding our color, and making it super duper special. I will see you guys next week, and hopefully I'll see you even sooner in person. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day.